Transform Element MM-01 Hornet Tiger, also known as the T-Beast Bumblebee. We talked about...
Wait, what? Bumblebee?
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was a cheetor. That's why it's called Hornet?
That's exactly it. So we talked about T-Beast in the past. We talked about their Optimus Primal. We talked about their Sideswipe. I posted some of their other images from from their doujinshi book many years ago, which had all the little Generation 1 characters if they turned into Beast or Beast Wars characters. And one part of that book was a Bumblebee character that turned into some kind of tiger. And again, with a name like Bumblebee, it's kind of on the nose what he should have turned into.
Yeah, exactly.
But they went with a tiger, and so that design is...
Well, I guess they went the way you can't sue us if it's a tiger. Ha ha.
I guess so. Well, and it's kind of... It's funny, too, because when you look at the design, it's kind of an amalgam of Generation 1 with the movie aesthetic. You kind of have the movie aesthetic front grille and everything on the chest. But still something that looks like the Generation 1 head and everything, mixed with, any Liger Zero or even Victory Leo from Transformers, Mecha Tiger, if you will. And so that was the original, art, which had the tail hanging off the side. And so now we have some prototype images of what's called here the MM-01 Hornets Tiger, which is this Bumblebee. And it looks pretty cool. Again, we haven't seen much of these characters in person yet. Let's put it this way. Last TFCon that just passed, none of the previous T-Beast stuff that we've discussed has shown up in hand. So this is all stuff that really has just been done in prototype form or in 3D printing form, shown online, and I guess maybe just to gauge interest if people are interested, which is kind of the sad thing that's been going on a lot with third party. Is I know that every year we always show stuff in the third-party product preview panel, and every year, sometimes 50% of that stuff never happens. And it's more just to gauge interest. It's more just to go, hey, would you be interested in this? Hey, would you be interested in that? To put stuff to production and make multiple units of it is costly.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's tough.
So
it's not an easy thing,
So it's here's yet another one of these. We'll see if there's going to be any interest in it. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, they have the Rodimus one that they also showed that looked like, Liger Zero from Zoids. But so far, none of that stuff has really showed up yet. So I'm really curious what's the long-term plan with this, and if any of this stuff is going to show up. Who knows? Maybe we'll see something at TFCon in a couple of, almost a week away now.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely we'll discuss more when we see more of this, and hopefully the whole crew will get released. Maybe we'll get that jazz zebra that they were showing, that weird jazz zebra. And who knows?
I'll get that.
It's weird. Even the Rodimus.
It's because it's such a vastly different type of design that you don't really get a lot of, like horses. Really, I'm trying to think of the last time I've seen a horse in Beast Wars.
There was only one.
There's only one. Wasn't that the giraffe? There was like a giraffe.
No, there was an actual horse in Beast Wars Neo that actually had some hair that you could brush, and that's literally about it. So I mean,
that didn't come up a lot at all.
So yeah, so a zebra would be a different take and stuff. And again, I think like part of me was just like, why would they choose a zebra for Jazz? Because Jazz was probably, I mean, in terms of alt modes compared to everyone else, like probably the third fastest car. That Porsche GT, outside of Mirage, with being the Leger.
Part of me would say because he's black.
Oh, Africa? Is that why?
That's just a small part of me is like, give him, go in that direction a little bit.
Well, you know what? Part of me is like, it's like, okay, if you want to go Africa, it's like, well, what's the only African animal that's black and white like Jazz? I guess that's why. It's like, because you look at...
I'm sure there's a bunch of other ones, but I mean, the most known one is definitely a zebra.
Africa's very green, brown, and tan. Most of their animals are green, brown, or gray, or tan. And the poor giraffe sticks out like a sore thumb. So, I don't know. Again, I don't know why they chose that. I would have thought of many other animals that would definitely represent Jazz a lot better. But either way... It's still an interesting design, and I'm looking forward to any of these guys when they do finally show up.